Uh, Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So yeah, today I'm just going to talk about the tournament event. It's not going to be a long stream, but yeah, it is sort of open discussion, but it's more of my summary on how prizes are given, how the bracket that the whole block that moves up the chain of events and whatnot. So, but yeah, most people's probably already seen this website, the tournament website, and more you read, the more confusing it gets on how the MVP things given out and whatnot. So this page here, there you go. Yeah, show you up. So yeah, the more you read, the more confusing it gets. So I did a little bit of summary on it. So how do you feel about Eagle coming back? Well, is he actually back? He's got probably far more important priority in his life now, and I don't think even if he comes back, he's not gonna stay for full time. But yeah, so I did a quick summary basically on how it's gonna work. Just for the OCM, oh, good on you. It's not really OCM though. That's the thing. The only OCM part is after the regional final. It's not. It's not like a proper OCM where top 100 ranking gets the gold play. It's more of best way to put it is it's Namco's way of making sure that gold play service doesn't happen as easy. It's still partially OCM, but it's not really OCM at the same time. It's different. It's a bit different. But yeah, so basically you have the regional qualifier, round 1, round 2, regional final, and then followed by that the championship, which where matters the most. Most people thinks that you get gold plate for, well, actually no, it's really weird how they distribute the plates and stuff. So let's focus on the regional qualifier. Regional qualifier basically, as they state on the actual rules, there you go, that's better. So yeah, each block of 3 venues compete by creating the largest distance from the target goes. Top 2 venue of each block proceeds. So basically, in a way, it becomes like this. So I just take Australia as example. Let's say there's 9 stores. So there's going to be 3 different blocks. 3 store compete. This store did the least good, so they get wiped out. Block 2, same thing. This store did the least distance, they get wiped out. Block 3, same thing. This store did the particularly bad, so it gets knocked out. So basically, these stores, or these stores that made it, will move up into the second qualifier. And then they compete again. And then again, another store gets eliminated, and eventually that becomes the regional final, which is where things gets harder. But the round 1 and round 2, basically the prize you get is stamps, and the MVP of the I don't think is each round. I think it could be each round. They might be giving out these stamps to participants, so all the store will get these stamps as long as you play, and then MVP of each store gets these gold stamp, the upgraded version of participant prizes. And then again up to regional final. From this part, it's not going to be multiple store. Only one store actually will make into the championship. So as it states on their rule, decided by single elimination tournament in your country/region, the fastest ghost between venues become the #1 target, and the venue that is #1 by final day proceed to the championship. So this is where it becomes a proper OCM, where you can actually make cushion ghost, and it gets harder. You know, it gets really hard from this point onwards. Like regional qualifier round 1, round 2, these are cakewalk. You just need to play one game. It doesn't matter as long as you don't get knocked out. Your store doesn't get knocked out. It doesn't matter. So you don't need to even really spam that much. So yeah, basically at this point, all the store that makes into regional final will get the qualifier normal regional final plate, the kin plate. Within all these store, the 3 MVP will get the upgraded version, the gold kin plate. And then the championship, where it becomes like this, you know, you have the representative from your country moves on to championship. Same thing with each country. They do it, they compete, and whoever has the most distance at the end is the champion. And champion, well, basically grand final. Let's see. So this is where the Joker plate gets given out at the end of the round. Sorry, my neighbor's Harley. Okay. But yeah, so the final 16 contender battles out. The fastest ghost between the venue become the #1 target, and the venue that is #1 by the final wins the championship. So this is where the proper, you know, the competition happens, where ghost gets really difficult, and no matter what, all the store that makes into championship gets the normal Joker plate, and the people that gets MVP from the store that makes into championship will get the upgraded version of Joker. And the thing is, one thing that people also was asking about it is the route. So regional qualifier round 1 and round 2, that would be New Beltline CCW, the 840 map. On the regional final, it becomes the New Beltline CW, which is the 760 map that leads into C1 in at the end. And then it changes again in championship, where it goes NBL CW, still 760 map, but goes to C1 out. And so yeah, you basically, it's same map but different route at the end. Let's see. Do you have friends in Japan that have experienced the tournament? No, I haven't, but I read a few of the Twitter posts posted by people, seen a few videos that people posted, and it's not, you know, it's not complicated as what we think. It's kind of simple. Only reason that it's kind of hard for us to understand is because the translation that they delivered was horrible. So that's why. Just give me a sec. I just want to switch something. Okay, so what most people have confused about is the MVP part. So there's 3 MVP per store. So first criteria, highest gap with the current #1 ghost in venue. Second criteria, most challenges to the current #1 ghost in venue. And then number 3, outraced the current #1 ghost in venue the most. So basically, first is obvious, just the most distant you pull. Second one is who has versed the ghost the most. So basically, people has money on time, they can keep on spamming it. Outrace will be the most time you've beaten the ghost. So you don't have to get the furthest distance, but as long as you actually beaten the ghost by even 1 meter, that still counts as the update. And let's say, you know, in this scenario where you have 7 people in a store, one person did 100 meters, 65 play, 2 update. Another person 80 meter, 160 play, 3 update. Another person did 200 meters, 99 play, 40 updates. Another one's 5 meter update. So 5 meter distance, 250 play, 2 update. Distance 90 meters, 159, 80, 100 meter, 165. So in this scenario, the first criteria, distance, goes to this person here, which has the most distance, right? And then the second criteria, which is most played, out of all these people, this person played the most, so they get MVP for that criteria. And then the third criteria, most updates, so most beaten the ghost, amount of time you beaten the ghost. So this person at the end gets the most the update played. So basically these 3 criteria are the MVPs, and MVP will be given on every single round. So basically, first the regional qualifier, the gold plates, and then regional final, you get the king gold plate, and then championship joker gold plate. And then, you know, with this runner-up prize with the meters, that goes by the venue. So in this scenario where Taiwan happened to get the most distance, they get the championship plate. The not championship plate, this one, the grand prize. So basically, people from that store, everyone from that store will get that meter. And then runner up, so second place. So in this case, Vietnam. Okay, so Vietnam gets the runner up venue meter. So that's basically how the prizes are given. And just to sort of give an idea of the route that we're going to be playing. So forget about qualifier round 1 and round 2 because that's normal CCW, and you're only versing a default ghost anyway, so whatever. Regional final, where you go NB or CW into C1N. It's a video from Japan from last time, so you get the sort of rough idea. I can't put the sound on because it's they put a music on it. Delay in the steering. Oh, but that's long gone now. Like whatever, you know. Like initially from 5DX Plus to 6, it's kind of annoying, but once you get used to it, it's not so bad. What car would I recommend on Wengen tournament? Honestly, it has to be probably a very meta like cars, like, you know, 32 Evos, Countach, Aventador, Evo, you know, basically 8-9, whatever, or basically any meta car is viable. Countach, yeah, definitely. Countach, like, because what? Fastest car on MBL is Countach, but being said, Countach I don't think is the easiest car to cushion, and that's the part that probably people need to keep in mind. You know, it's not just time attack, it is a cushion. So it does require you to have the ability, and you know, you have to make sure your car is capable of cushioning well. You know, car like RX-7, they're great for running, you know, for time attacks, but in terms of cushion, it's not the easiest car to cushion. So, you know, it's still very doable, but it compared to probably R32 or Evos in a way, I think it's a little bit harder. So like, and one thing that also people need to do is make sure you enter the event with every car. So you have to play every single car. You can't just do on one car and and get entry for all your cars. Like you have to do it individually. So if you want to get like at least all the participant plates on every car, you have to play every single car to actually get it. But this is the regional final route. And then we can go to the championship route. Skip. I don't know why the quality is so bad. It is 1080, but it looks like being recorded on 480. But yeah, Countach, I would definitely try on Countach, Aventador. I don't have an Evo 9, so I have to go Evo 8. RX8, that's for sure. The winner of Japan's tournament event was using RX8 Queen. He's like one of the best like cushion player. But yeah, with a tournament event, it is you have to be capable of time attack, but also require you to be able to cushion well. You have to understand the cushion mechanic. Like now he's like letting off the gas to try to let the ghost catch up so he can cushion this red corner. They usually come out this corner at 248. He came out 270. Oof, it's fucking difficult one. How many times can you raise crowns on daily during tournament? Many times as you want. With qualifier, I wouldn't recommend anyone to spam. All you have to do is make sure that your store doesn't get knocked out too early. But being said, as long as you have one good player in your venue, then that person actually potentially can carry the whole store to the regional final or championship. So like the most ideal way is if your area has a lot of store to actually play, then don't think that you want to go. You shouldn't risk yourself going to a different venue and not getting to at least regional final. I think regional qualifier and all the qualifier, just forget about it. That's easy. Like you don't have to get number one. As long as you don't get knocked out, then you're fine. I think the most ideal way is to try to make it to least regional final, so that you can at least get the king participation plate at least. If you're capable of achieving the MVP on any of these, great, do it and try to get yourself the upgraded king plate. But if not, don't risk of you going to a dead arcade so you can try to hog the plate or anything like that, because at the end, if there is far better players in other store, you're gonna get knocked out in at least like qualifier round 2. So it's just better to go to a store that is capable of at least making regional final, then see how it goes from there. Oh, it's Ryan.
Morning.
Oh, morning, morning, morning. I didn't know you were in the Discord.
I just joined.
Ah,
I
okay.
saw you were streaming.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I was just going through like the thing. Like it's, I don't know. I honestly don't like this event. Well,
What?
DSM
How
carry
come?
Australia. No, it's not OCM. It doesn't feel it's a Namco's way to limit goal play service.
Yeah. And what? 2 months for an event?
Yeah, it's
Like,
too long from October to January. Like that's
yeah, double versal. Yeah.
dude. Like who the hell is gonna play? Okay, so championships start on 21st of December. It's
Yeah.
near Christmas.
Yeah.
What is Namco thinking? Like, are they saying that don't spend time with your family and just go to arcade and be a loser?
Yeah. And the more competitive it's going to get, more people are going to put money into it, and then it's like, who's going to spend money on holidays or spend time with family if they're going to be running the event?
Yeah, exactly. It's stupid. And like, well, let's see. Okay, so 5th of January. That's a Thursday. So most arcade will be closed on the 1st of January because it's New Year. So yeah, it's such a horrible timing.
Yeah.
Horrible timing. But yeah, it's one thing that people probably need to understand is like regional final. There's only one country. Sorry, one store from each country.
Mm.
So yeah, it's gonna be a tough one. Like I don't
Look,
know.
I talked to Jack White about this, and it's like, I think they say top 16, so like one from each country in our server, and then it's like you have places like Brunei that have like one cab, or like Vietnam where it's like all these weird locations like Sri Lanka, India, Cambodia, like they only have like one set of cabs, so it's like they're like insta through already.
But like, there's literally no players in India or Brunei
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah.
yeah. So it's like
Yeah, so it's just like, what
yeah.
happens to those spots then?
Yeah, but I don't think they really care about how many contenders at the end of championship because I think fast they see it's more of having those sort of the main country like Hong Kong, Taiwan, Malaysia, Philippines, all these sort of the more popular country to compete on to get the plates. So
Yeah,
even like if India and Brunei is not included, they don't really care because that just makes it still like 14 contenders in
yeah, they're not gonna
championship.
get far.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I think, but like, it makes it so tough, you know.
Yeah. I think one of the biggest things is going to be like there's a whole bunch of new gen players who haven't done OCM before. Like sure they're talented, but they haven't they don't have the experience. It's
No,
been
no,
so
no,
long
yeah.
since OCM, so it's like it's going to be intriguing to see how people perform.
Oh yeah, yeah. But the good thing is, at least there is like the videos of Japan's OCM for same
Mm.
event, so that they can sort of use that as a reference on, you know, getting the understanding, the fundamental understanding, um, on like how to cushion, where to cushion. Um, but yeah, like Australia's gonna be interesting because what Jack is the only one that actually knows how to play cushion ish. I know partially. Chris doesn't know how to play cushion well, but he has the time attack ability. Um, so yeah, you know.
Yeah, it'll be interesting for sure.
Well, should I just ask Jack to just come on Brisbane holiday for like for like I don't know 3 months?
I think I talked to Jack, and he said last night, like, apparently before you actually play the event, you can have a preview and see where the other like venues you're versing for round 1 and 2 are. Basically for round 1 at least, because that's the one you're gonna have to go into. But you can view the other venues you're versing before you choose to join.
Oh yeah, yeah. That actually that might be helpful. But
I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure if you know about this yet, but we don't even know what the other venue like criteria is for like round 1. So it could be like Australian only, or it could be like we're versing like a Malaysian venue and a Singaporean venue. Like we don't know.
no, I think it is gonna be still like country based, like round one and round two, because that's the whole point of like trying to get the regional final.
Mm.
So And like, I guess the bigger the country, the more store you have in your country, I wouldn't say more advantage, but it's more of just trying to eliminate many stores possible. That's all they're trying to do.
Mm.
And that's the thing. At the end of the day, like if your store has a really really good time attacker and ghost cushion player, then you will make into regional final regardless. Um, because regional qualifier, it's all about distance based, right? So basically, you're just versing a default ghost.
Yeah.
So you're not as long as you can do time attack, you will go through round one and round two easily. Like the regional final, that's where it actually gets hard, where you actually have to verse like someone's cushion ghost,
Yeah.
and that goes on for it's not too long, 2 weeks.
I think somewhere it said on round 3 it's single elimination. I think, I don't know.
No, so basically, yeah, it's a single elimination, mean by like the final ghost on the like on the 6th of, is it 6th of, actually did I make a typo? I don't even know if I made a typo. Let's check.
I think this video you're making now, this live stream, it's gonna be pretty it's gonna have a lot of good information that people aren't aware of because of things, just because of like the limited information that's been given out, or like translation shit.
Yeah, it's just bad translation. But yeah, 6th of December. So basically, whatever the ghost has the best cushion ghost gets, basically that only that store will go through to the championship. Every other store will get knocked out. So that's what they mean by single elimination. So they're not going to eliminate store by store slowly. They're just going to do one store in, every other store out.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically the final reset on the 6th of December, that's where gets decided which store is going to get represented in championship.
Is there going to be a break between rounds?
Well, they usually have like half an hour to 1 hour intervals. Like every OCM in the past, they had like half an hour to 1 hour intervals.
Mm.
So my guess is they probably do.
Do we know the closing time for the event, like every day?
You mean like when the interval happens?
Like at night time, when like, is it like 9:30 Japan time? You can't do the event anymore. You gotta wait for like the next ghost to update in the morning. Is that a thing?
No, I don't think so. I think it's more of least, far as I can tell, it's gonna be like 1 hour interval. I think 2 interval per day. It's either, if I remember right, it was every 12 hour or every 8 hours.
Mm.
Yeah. So
the reason I asked is because, again, like with OCM main draw, kind of there was kind of like like a cheese where it was like some venues are open for longer than others, so they can play more.
Oh yeah, of course. Like so some country will get advantage, or some store will get advantage because some arcades are 24 hours, right? But most of like Australian arcade closes at the latest, like midnight. But if I remember, like traditionally, all the OCM finishes around 9 o'clock Australian time at night, like 9 p.m. So I think they're still gonna follow similar thing, but like in terms of intervals, like like obviously from Namco's point of view, if your arcade's open 24 hours, great. They will let you still play. They're not gonna have like, oh, it's gonna be 9 o'clock in the morning till 12 o'clock at night. They're not gonna do that. They're just gonna keep on running the servers. But if I remember, like last reset, on the final day at least, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like 9 o'clock at night. That's like when they finish usually. But yeah, I think it's gonna be tough. Like every region is gonna be different. Like Australia in terms of like Jack has good possibility. Chris has good possibility as well. You know, so basically there's like 2 venues that has good possibility of getting to championship in Australia, right? Like country like Singapore and like Philippines and Malaysia and Indonesia, far out. Like that's gonna have some crazy competition.
Yeah.
Like it's either, you know, if people really want to get like, you know, participation, kin play and joker play, they just have to play in one store that has the best player and hope for the best, or they just have to, you know, take the risk and play a different store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then again, you're gonna have to play every round. You're gonna play with like, I assume if you play with more than one card, you get more participation rewards. The more cards you use in your data.
Yeah. So like my advice to people is the same thing. Like, you know, if you want the participation prizes, like play on every single car, because you can't, if you don't enter on that car, you can't actually play the event. I'm pretty sure that's how they said it. And the Urbana card is going to be locked to that one particular store, so may as well, you know, enter on every single car, so you get all the participation prizes. And you know, if your store happens to get to, you know, be number 1 or number 2, you get the, you know, meters.
Yeah.
Which looks fucking ugly, but it's limited meters, right? You know, like look at this thing. Oh my god, it's so ugly. Yeah. But you know, that's a good resale value. Think about it. You know, good resale value. Right. If you get it, you're gonna be like, dude, you know, my store made it into the championship in a tournament event. You know, it's limited.
There was a draft before, I think around April, March time, about the tournament. And basically, it had the venue name, but I think they just scrapped that idea now.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I think, yeah, the best bet is just play at the store that has the best player, and
you've talked about the 3 MVP ways already.
Yeah, so I gave a rough talk about MVP, right? You know, the thing, and I just sort of put up an example of how they do it. But yeah, you know, the most distance, most played, and most update.
So most played, can you just do retires, or is that not an option?
That I can't tell, but I'm pretty sure they give you stats for it. I'm pretty sure they show you stats on the current progress. So, but like, you know, I think ideally just finish the run, may as well. Like, unless you're aiming for,
if they have more in the future, you can actually practice for now and you know, use have the abilities for next tournament. Because they said this is the first one, so you know, given they're gonna have more if it goes well, which it probably will.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Like, you know, unless you want the you know, you're capable of getting the number 1 distance, and you want to update the ghost, then you know, you can retire. But if you just want to sort of stack up the games played, then just finish the run. You know, and you still get ghost point as well, so you can tune your cars. Ghost battle, great. You know, very thoughtful for Namco.
Yeah. And again, you know, after the event's finished, they got the after hours event. You can still get bonus points for ghost battle.
Yeah, true. So like after hour shit, like I couldn't be even bother checking up on, but like, you know, but I think the MVP part, that's where people are confused the most. But you know, an MVP resets on every single round, so like, you know, if you want a particular thing, then you know, try to meet those criteria as such on the rounds that you want the prizes. Like stamps, who cares? No one gives a shit about stamps, okay? So whatever, but you know, at least for regional final and championship, like, you know, if you want, you know, you can buy yourself, you can literally buy yourself into getting those plates. You know, it's pay to win. It's pay to win. It's Namco's pay to win. It's amazing. You know, dude, like, you know, you could be a dog shit player, but if you know, if your store has a crap player, you know, you can literally just keep on spamming those ghosts and get yourself the most played MVP. You know. And okay, Ryan, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna just gonna play in Adelaide?
Um, I'm probably gonna play in Sydney in Coco.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I probably because it's 2 a.m. closing. I mean, I got a wheel at home now,
Yeah.
so can't say much on that for legal reasons.
You
But
sure? You sure you don't want to buy the DSM the plate service?
well, how much you gonna charge? $500?
No. Okay, honestly, right? The participation prizes, like because no matter what, if our store in Brisbane can make it to the championship, you get the participation Joker plate, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, so like $50, just to get the two plate plus the with stamps whatever, but like two plates.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. I reckon either that's the thing, but it's like I reckon Coco could probably make round 3. I reckon most distance in Sydney wouldn't be too hard to get.
Oh,
They could get MVP
I think
for
yeah,
that.
Sydney will. Okay, I'm certain that you guys like every store, every decent store will make it to regional final. But to get to championship, that's going to be a tough one.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna have more tournaments anyway.
Yeah, true, but it's the first one. The first one matters the most.
The first one's what matters. Yeah.
That's why I have the
one,
first OCM play and I don't have the rest. Right?
Yeah.
The first one matters the most.
Yeah, first one's worth the most.
Yeah, exactly, because that's where everyone has the most hype, and most money dumped in the game.
We'll see. I want to give it a go, like a genuine go, because I wasn't around for OCM.
True. Or if you have two data, then use one data in Sydney and other data for Brisbane. Yeah. Okay, so actually people are asking questions. Oops, my bad. I haven't been really reading it.
Q&A.
Q&A. The meat is ugly. Yeah, it is very ugly. The nameplate looks Kino. Glides MBL. Fire. I hate MBL.
Yeah.
I think they should have done first one as like C1. Again.
Do you think it's intentional because it doesn't get played enough, like TA wise? They let's bump up the numbers.
No, because I think I think the reason is because it still goes a CCW part. It doesn't make sense. Like they should have just stuck to like doing CW the whole way. But because once they switch to MB or CW, you get to experience part of C1.
Yeah,
so
I think
guess
you're right.
It's not so bad, but I
think if they do, because here's the thing, right? Because they can play around with it and have variety, but if they do like C1 and they go out from Yoko as an example, then people could crack the shits. Even in Ghost Battle, like they go from like C1 in CP4, they take the turn into MBL, and people are like, oh, what the hell do I do now?
So
I think because it's like you can't just play like 20Ks of like C1 just constantly for every round. I think it gets boring, maybe, but like with the variety from CW and CCW could add like flavor for newer players.
Yeah, like we'll see. Like I think event in general is gonna go pretty well, apart from the time frame. Time frame is just dog shit. Starts on October to January. Oh my god.
Money gone.
Too long.
Money gone.
Too long. But like I don't waste money on the qualifier. Like don't waste it. It's stupid. As long as your store doesn't get knocked out, it doesn't matter. Who gives a shit about stamps?
Yeah.
Like regional final championship. That's where it matters the most. So
I think there are 3 stamps you can get though.
No.
There is one for people probably don't care, but I think it's for after hours event.
Oh, after hours,
You can get like a jack card one, but again, like no one cares.
Yeah, it's after hour. By that point, you are either happy or disappointed.
I think something else interesting that could be brought up is like, given this is the first Wangan tournament, are they going to continue like this, like ace of spades, like cards or whatever, like Joker plates for the second round? Are they going to have like new plates Is there gonna be like a golden queen plate?
Honestly, they might do something else, or then yeah, they might do something else. They could do. They don't have an ace. What the fuck?
Yeah, there's no ace,
Yeah,
no
there's no
queen.
ace. You know, oh, so they might, you know, do something different.
Yeah. Questions? Too many.
Yeah. Okay. So what? Let's see. MBL too hard? No, MBL is not too hard. It's just annoying. Not really aiming to get the prizes. Just want to try the cushions. Well, Adrian, that means your store needs to make sure that make it into regional final and championship. MBL not too being too far of Minato. No, MBL is like way harder than Minato. That's disgusting. Chris is gonna get very angry. But like Sora says, Sora did say MBL is the hardest map.
Like you get a lot of content out of this.
Yeah. So the strat here is just everyone following to the one venue. Yes and no. I honestly do think, you know, if you want to make further in the bracket, you know, for like regional final championship, it's better and safer to play at the store that has the best players playing. If yourself is not competent of, you know, being able to get number one, then better for you to actually play at a store who has best players. You know,
and you know, Queen had a similar issue where it was like Queen got first place, but if you check the actual Japanese leaderboard, his R33 was from the second place venue.
Oh, that's
so
right.
He went to the second place. He went to the second place venue and got most updates, and he got, you know, Joker gold plate for his R33 as well.
Yeah, true. Oh yeah, there you go.
So I guess you know, even like, you know, like he had a backup just in case as well. So
yeah,
if you guys have multiple datas, you can probably play at multiple venues and get away with it.
Yeah, like you can play out, you know, if you have multiple banner, you can sort of split in a way. Like for example, if you are sure that you can at least get like, you know, two, you can have one banner at a store that, you know, you want to make as a championship, and then you can use second banner on another store, so you can try to hog the regional final gold plate. You know, it's possible. You can do that if you just want the gold plate. You know. But like, I think it's better to actually focus on one store. Is that Ryan on the chat? Yeah, it is Ryan on the chat.
Do you make this diagram yourself?
Yeah, I actually did that last night when I got home, and I'm like,
pretty decent. Yeah.
It's like spent like half an hour just sort of putting just sort of get like, you know, it's just easier to stream on it. Like if I use the website, it's way too hard. Like website is just dog shit. And Chris, you're fucking toxic. But like, you know, basically, yeah, just focus on playing on a store that, you know, has best player. Like that's the safest bet. Like, unfortunately, Australia's too big for us to travel. Like, you know, you can't, you know, expect like fucking Jack to travel to Brisbane. It's too far away, right? But like country like Singapore, where you can just go from one side of the country to the other in like what, 2 hours, less than 2 hours, then yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, it's viable.
Yeah,
definitely.
What do I feel about map being new Beltline? It's okay. It's okay. You know, CCW part, I think it's kind of pointless. Like, why would you fucking do CCW on qualifier and then go CW? You know, it doesn't make sense. But it's just giving option, I guess.
Could be worse maps.
Yeah. And I guess, yeah, like Ryan said before, you know, NBL in general doesn't get play as much. Like, hardly ever you play that map on Versus. Okay? I don't think anyone will intentionally go NBL for Ghost Battles. So, you know, maybe it's a way of Namco showing that how fun the map is. Yeah, well, you know,
Yeah,
because
Wengen Law, bro.
oh,
You Beltline
actually,
matters.
you know what? I have a theory about this. Sora loves NBL, right? So
Oh, it's pulling the strings.
yeah, pulling the strings, man. And Sora's like, man, the next event has to be NBL, and Namco's like, okay, Ken.
God damn.
Yeah.
This could
Uh,
actually create like a wave of people starting to do like TA on
oh, but that's the
NBL
thing.
just to
Like,
prepare for the event.
well, yeah, I think it's good. You know, people
You
should
know,
play
if
more time
OCMs
attack.
had the same thing happen, where it's like, you know, people play the event so much they actually like they like the map now, so they actually just do TA on it.
Well, yeah. You know, like, and generally speaking, A40 map doesn't get play enough, like more technical, because NBL CCW is very technical A40 map. It's not like,
Yeah.
you know, Yoko Down. It's not like Minato. It's none of that. So, you know, it's I think it's good way for Namco to actually show people to play slightly difficult A40 maps.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. 840 tune meta for CW. Well, CW is usually 760, but being a cushion, it's most likely gonna lead to 840. It's not a meta. It's just it's gonna be most likely 840 or higher horsepower than 760. As the time goes, like as the deadline gets closer, then yeah. How do you feel about grinding TA on emulator and only playing battle? Playing TA less in arcade? Uh, you know, I emulator gives experience and it will help with learning few like certain things, like, you know, knowing the map better. But it doesn't. It's different to arcade. It's still very different to arcade. So it's not gonna 100% improve your skill. It will help, but it's not 100%. Yeah, qualifier round is just time attack. Yeah, basically it's just versing a default ghost on NBL CCW. So yeah, we just need to play like one game and that's it. Yeah, so don't need to spam it. Like unless you really love this gold stamp, you know, then yeah, you can spam it and trying to get like one of the MVP criteria. But you know, or else don't bother. It's waste of money. So Ryan, what time are you going out?
Going out where?
I thought you were going to play games.
I'm here now.
What? You're at the arcade?
Yeah, I'm just outside.
Wow, you
Getting
addict.
I'm getting black metal service.
Black metal servers. Oh, well,
Yeah.
what Jack White giving you black medals?
No. I'm going with Mickey.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm gonna get fifth grade on 110S with black medals.
I 110S cannot. Another meta car. Cannot.
Ditch Carlos can.
Okay, can. Get me out of this. But
Anything
yeah.
else to cover?
I don't know. I think I cover pretty much everything. Like, unless people has more question, like, you know, it's like I will post this on the page later, but it's just sort of idea.
If it's not still clear for people, just remember, like they'll probably have another tournament. So if it doesn't make sense this time, next time, you know, you'll get a grasp on like, you know, what's gonna happen.
Yeah, and that's the thing. This is all sort of a speculation as such from what we've been reading, you know, what we have been hearing from other people. So it's not 100%, but I think this version is closest as it gets to like reality.
So we got like what, another 8 days, is it?
Not yeah, 10 more days.
10 more days.
Yeah. Well, it starts 19, so well, technically 11 days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because but like, you know, don't waste money on qualifier, and you know, keep the bullet for regional final.
Yeah.
Like I think I might play or use my main data at one arcade, and I might use my charger data at somewhere else and try to get the second kin plate.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, because charger. Actually, I want to get on highest. I want the gold plate on highest. Man, gold plate on highest. That's the shit, man.
Of course, of course.
Does all player who play qualifier round will proceed to cushion rounds? Yes, you do. No, well, not as long as your store. Don't forget, this is a venue base. It depends on your store. If your store can make it through qualifier, then yes, you get to play the regional final.
Yeah. And you have to do round 1 and round 2. You can't skip round 2.
Yeah, you can't skip round 2, so you actually have to play consistently throughout the time to make sure your store will get to regional final. As long as your store gets regional final, you get to play the actual cushion ghost.
Another thing Namco mentioned is like make sure your store doesn't like reset machines or like move them around, because then it does get disqualified or something.
Oh shit, that's gonna be a tough one, isn't it?
Yeah, so there could be a case, you know, someone just like a good Singaporean, you know, like store is like first place. They move their cabs or something happens, and like, you know, something like they're just like their cabs like shit the bed and they're out of the tournament. Because once you reset it, it says you can't, you know, keep going in the tournament.
Oh,
Once you reset them, they're out or something.
Wow, that's gosh. Werribee store cannot.
Yeah, so it's really sensitive. You know, like this is all like, as far as we know, like it's kind of like, you know, old and new technology in terms of like, you know, like selecting certain banners at certain stores. So there could be issues as well. We don't really know. There could be maybe a bug. You could play multiple stores. Again, no one knows. This is technically like a beta test, you know, essentially.
Yeah, and I guess yeah, trying to hopefully like the event goes smooth for every store, but man, never knows. Anything's possible.
Yeah.
And oh yeah, that's right. The stupid prizes that the grand prize venue gets, the stupid banner and T-shirts.
T-shirts.
Like, who the fuck want banners and T-shirts? Like, Jesus.
Wear that to a club.
Yeah, dude. Who want to wear these shirts? But like, yeah, man, I played in a Wangan and I got, you know, tournament event T-shirt. Fucking disgusting.
Someone's gonna try to resell it.
Oh yeah, dude. Some people will pay for it. You know, they probably pay like $100 for that T-shirt.
Oh.
You know, but god damn, man. I'd rather use that for like fucking mopping floors or some shit, man.
Cannot.
But I think we got someone saying that if the play big car is safe to take it. Yes and no. Okay, with big car, yeah, you take a middle line when you take like when you're versing people, because that just makes it harder for people behind you to pass. But like in terms of time attack, yeah, you never want to do that, and especially with highest, no, because highest slides. So but the nose is flat, so the whole idea is trying to go into corner early, hug the apex, and then let it slide out. Every car has a different play style, so yeah. Speaking of every car, I'm nearly finished on Model Rank Challenge. I think I have like 10 more cars, less than 10 cars to go.
Oh, awesome.
Fire. Every single car in the game. God.
There's a lot of hype around, you know, certain meta cars as well to use in the tournament.
Oh yeah, like, you know, the car is gonna matter, but like, that's why I would say make sure that you enter event with every single car. Like, if you have to use certain car, you can at least switch over to another car, you know. But like, you know, try for, you know, if you won a certain meet, like if you want a certain plate to achieve the MVP, then just stick to one car. But like, you know, if you want to actually get the most distance, then you know, make sure you have like plenty of cars ready.
Yeah, make sure everyone is also, you know, money-wise, you know, smart. don't just go spending like paychecks and paychecks.
What
You know,
is this?
it's a game at the end of the day.
Nah. You gotta dump every little money into the game, and that's the tech, man. You know, the tech is you eat like shit, but you play MT. You know.
Do we name drop someone here or?
Oh, I don't like doing that, but yeah, you can if you like. You know.
No, cannot.
No, but really, like at the end, it is just a game. You know, don't overspend. You know. But like, yeah, it's first event, so I can see people just dumping money into this thing. Like I can see people from like qualifier just dumping money.
Yeah.
Speculation on ghost model. I probably Aristo. No, it's probably Evo 9.
What? Even on for what?
The default ghost.
I think Japan it was GDR 50, wasn't it?
Really, R50. Bias. They want to show off their new models.
Oh, yeah, BMW M4.
Aye. If my venue gets eliminated, can I still get the nameplate? So yeah, it goes back to the thing I was saying earlier. It depends on your venue making into the appropriate rounds. So qualifier round only gives you stamps. Regional final gives you kin plate. So as long as your store can make into regional final rounds, and as long as you play, you can get the participation prizes for kin plate. Someone from that store will also be able to get MVP if they can meet the requirement that, that as long as they can meet the requirement, that's it, So if your store gets knocked out at round 2, then yeah, well, sorry, you're not gonna get a plate. R2, oh far out, I want. Oh man, I want to get gold play on R2 and highest. Oh, I want to do it. I so want to do it.
Put a you say best R2 in the server.
Do kin plate because I got white meter R2. I'm pretty sure I've got one R2 white meter. White meter R2 with a Joker plate. Oof. Think of the resale value on that.
Cannot.
But yeah. I guess that summarizes the whole tournament thing. I will leave the link for like the 2 video that I shown before as well, just to sort of give like the idea. That's the queen. That's the winning ghost. So, if you want to see what's going to happen in championship, you get the idea that this is going to happen. But yeah, any more question? If not, I will end the stream soon.
No more questions.
No more question?
Doesn't look like it.
Oh, link those video, please. Yeah, I will put in description later after this stream, and I will also post this thing here just to sort of get the idea. So if people want to use it, you can share around with friends. Yeah. Wait, is Jack coming out, Ryan, today? Maybe. How's he?
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
He's been good.
We wanted to take him to. Oh, he's practicing, but not to that extent. He's setting NBL Cushion Ghost on like crowns.
Actually, that's a good idea. No, actually, you know what? We should probably try. Oh, I think was it Samuel or Adrian say he's trying to make a ghost, Cushion Ghost.
Jack's doing it now, but we're taking it, and then he's setting new ones, and then.
Yeah, actually, that's
just
a good
like
idea.
Friendly competition, but just some practice.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
I know there are Indonesians who are doing the same, but like at a at a much more competitive rate because it is going to be very competitive there.
Yeah.
Right, Steven Leonardo, you got Risky DJ coming back, IDWCF, Horace, Vindra. You got all these people, and there's only one venue that's going to win. So,
did you say Findra?
well, I mean, hypothetically, if
Dude,
emulator counts,
dude, he's just going to be playing emulator. It's alright. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, you can get emulator gold plates.
Yeah, emulator gold plates. Free. Will someone check there's a rank exploit for this event? Dude, you know what? I should ask Andy to just play around the event and see if he can find exploits.
God damn it.
And get just imagine him getting events cancelled again.
Everyone gets a free gold plate this time.
Yeah, free gold plate, man. Free gold plate. Hell yeah.
Oh my god.
What car manufacturer model would you like to see in 7? MT7? God damn. We don't even know if it's going to be called MT7. It could be 6RR. Who knows? But let's say next version. But I don't
Every
know.
game is doing like a remaster. They might even just do Wangan Midnight and just call it that.
Like I just think that they should just roll back to like MMT, 1 back to 1 again. Jesus, remake.
Yeah.
But what car? I honestly would like to see manufacturer-wise. I would, Ferrari, dude. Like because Ferrari is part of the anime story as well. Because they had a Testarossa. So I wish Ferrari can enter, but I know that they are quite strict with their copyright and all that shit, like giving out the user right. So
yeah, they don't like their cars being modified either.
Yeah, they don't like cars being modified. They don't want to see their car being crashed and catching fire. Yeah. But that's what they do.
And they want their car to be the best in the game.
Yeah. But yeah, Ferrari.
So, when you got like Puntage, it could be a question mark. Lambo is the rival, so
you know what's sad? I feel sad about fucking Miura because I test drove the other day, right? It's got good camera angle, but it slides like shit.
Yeah,
it's so sad.
Next month's Diablo, eh? Next month is Diablo VT.
Oh, that car's actually fast on Wangan line. I think it's one of the fast car. Interesting. Because Diablo is actually one of my favorite car in real life.
Ooh.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess that's it then. I will post the links on description later, and I will post this thing later as well. And if you have a question, you can ask me next time when I stream, which probably be Monday. Depends. I don't know. We'll see. I'm trying to not play as much till the actual tournament event, so I will see if I will stream next week. Also, free fortune ticks. No, cannot. Alright, that's it. Bye.